Hey guys, it's your girl Leslie, and welcome to my channel. So hey guys, so just wanted to let you guys know that I am going virtual for about 2 weeks, maybe longer, at my school, finally. I already created a little bit of an office, so after I read both. Well, there's two parts to this. It's as much as I could find to this story, to Yandere Laughing Jack X reader. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it looks like and what my mom and I did, basically to make that room, whatever. After I read these two parts, and I did do a new cosplay, which the video is gonna be extremely short. It really depends, because I also have to add the baby cosplay I did as well, because I don't think I really showed you guys that or told you guys I did baby and a goddess. I did a goddess yesterday and between today, because it was like at 1 or 2 in the morning, and then for baby a little bit more back, but not that it was recent, but not like too recent. But yeah, this is going to be really interesting and awesome. Tee. Anyways, let's get going into the story. And I'll make sure if there's anything wrong with this or if there's anything, thing that I feel like would be a trigger, I'm going to go put a trigger earlier. So, yeah, but obviously there's gonna be blood like there always is, guys. So, teehee. I'm not the best at TY warnings and stuff like that, so I apologize. But I will try to put those, sometimes more often, because, so people, if they really can't stand that or something like that, they won't, go into a full-on, worrisome or something like that. You guys get the point. Anyways, let's continue with the story. Okay, and by the way, F1 and F2, friend number 2, friend number 1. Okay, Gucci. Your point of view. My friends are more childish than I thought. I chuckled to myself. Yeah, we went to the Luna Park with with 2 of my friends, and they seem to become more childish than I thought. They're not my best friends or anything, but they are great friends, and I like them to be my besties. Maybe in the future? Who knows? Hey, YN, check this out. F1 pointed at a dark yet colorful house. I didn't even know if that made sense. Whoa, it's a haunted house. Let's go there. It will be fun. F2 continued. Okay, who dares to go in there with me? F1 requested with a smile. F2 and I both smiled and raised our hands. I do. Cool. Let's go then. What are we waiting for? F1 took our hands and dragged us with her. Time to go a little bit. As we walked into the house, we couldn't help but shiver at the cold and creepy aura around us. Ew! I got a spider web on my hair! F2 cried and tried to clean her hair. Heh, don't complain. You wanted to come with us here. F1 mocked. No, I didn't. You dragged me here. Don't lie to me. F2, you wanted to come. Okay, fine. I did want to. I did want to, but I never wanted to catch spiders in my hair. Oh my gosh. F2, there are not any spiders in your hair. Plus, these webs are fake. No, they're not. I sighed at my 2 friends who started a stupid fight. Yes, they're very childish. I crossed my arms and looked away from them. Then I spotted something moving. It looked like a girl. Okay, this is going to be scarier than I thought. And it seemed to be staring inside of my soul, for God's sakes. Even if she is fake, she really does give me the creeps. Girls? I said, as the 2 of them stopped the fight and looked at me and then the girl. Oh shit, F2 whispered, but F1 laughed. Okay, this is creepy, and I used to be afraid of small girlies just like on the movies. But you know what? She went close to the little girl, which seemed like a bad idea. Not that she would hurt her or anything. I got over with this fear. Why am I scared of a little girl? It's not like she can eat me or anything. Plus, she's fake! She looked at us and smiled at our creeped out and confused faces. LOL! Look at her face! Ah! She coughed blood and fell on the ground. Then we both noticed that the girl stabbed her with a broken glass. F2 screamed bloody hell, but I just stood there with a blank face, trying to understand what was happening, and if what I saw was really happening. Without me realizing it, F2 was already running away with my hand locked with hers, forcing me to run after her. When I realized what was happening, my eyes widened, my breath hitched, and my heart was beating out of my chest. I started running faster with her until we found a colorful door, and she dragged me inside and closed the door. I blinked many times and whispered and whimpered, holding my head and trying to calm myself down. But it was hard when I had a panicked F2 around me. That's when we both turned behind us to see a huge spider staring at us. Our eyes widened, and I whispered to F2, "Don't move." Yeah, I could see her trembling as if she was ready to break down. I shut my eyes fully, hoping that I would wake up to a normal, boring day. I can't scream, you fools. Ah! She screamed and started running, but the spider jumped on her and started eating her. All I could do was run, beg and hope that at least I could make it out alive. That's all I could do. I didn't even have time to think what was happening, but I could only run and hope that I could survive. I didn't even look behind me. I kept opening doors until I was met with a clown. Yes, indeed. Well. Look what we have here. A little cute human. How curious. I stared at him in horror. He chuckled at my fear. Who are you? Who the heck are you? He faked a sad face. Aw, you don't remember me? What a shame. I never knew you would forget me. Wyan. My eyes widened. How did he... That's when it hit me like a train. Let's pretend that boy is you. He was my favorite clown back then, in my childhood years. We used to go to the Luna Park every weekend and I could play with him. I remembered how he always told me that I was his favorite, until I had to move house. I had to move houses. My parents never gave me the chance to tell him goodbye. No, not to the current future. Present. Jack? He smiled widely at me and approached me. I didn't move. I mean, he was so different and scary. But he was my best friend. He promised he would never hurt me. So I just stayed frozen, my eyes not moving from his. So, you do remember me, huh? You're so different. He lifted my face closer to his with his hand on my chin. You've become such a wonderful young lady. There was nothing more for me to say. Everything was just so confusing. I know why you left me. You had to move. Yes, I know that. Because I was looking after you and followed you every day, wherever you went. I couldn't just let you see me for so many reasons. His smile disappeared and stared on the ground. You're so sad to leave me. I couldn't stand listening to your cries and see your beautiful face ruined by your tears. Tears are meant to show sadness. But do you know what made me even more sad than seeing you sad? He looked at me inside my eyes and petted my cheek. I stared at him, waiting. He growled, "Seeing you happy. Happy that you made friends and forgot about me." I yelped and covered my face, feeling tears starting my eyes to fall. He smiled softly and pulled me close to him, my face on his chest and his long arms wrapped around my body. "Hush now. Hush, little doll," he said in a singing voice, which surprisingly started to calm me down. Why do I always say calming and then calm? Like, it just sounds to me the same thing every time I say it, it just sounds the same. Why? I don't understand. "There's no need to cry. No need to waste tears." He softly played with my hair and started moving around with me in his arms, just like a mother would do to her baby to stop it from crying. "'Cause once you're between my arms, I'll protect you, keep you warm and happy." I didn't even take notice that he had control of me. I was too hypnotized. He moved my hair from my once crying and tired face. "You're tired, baby doll. Let me take you somewhere warm for you to sleep." I suddenly came to reality and pushed him away. "No, I won't let you. I have to find my friends. I have to go to my family." My actions took him by surprise, but he soon laughed and grabbed my arm roughly, pulling me to him, making me yelp. "You naive little girl. They are already dead. I ordered them to kill your friends, so they wouldn't stand in our way." I punched him in his chest, hoping to make him drop me. He gasped and held his chest but didn't let go. He looked at me with the scariest look I've ever seen. I started to shake in fear, knowing that he would do something to me. I can't stutter that fast. I'll try. "Sorry," he smirked. But I don't want your apologies, Dolly." He suddenly pulled me close to him, started leaving teasing and rough licks, kisses and bites on my neck. I bit my lip very hard and gripped onto his shoulders, which made him chuckle deeply and force himself on me even more. My legs started feeling weak from everything that was happening around me. I tried my best not to make any sounds, but failed miserably. "I just need to punish you. And make sure you yell my name." Okay, so, he needs to go to jail. Period. This is part 2. I'm close to yeeting this phone away. I'm really close. But I don't want to yeet my phone away because I won't be able to get a new one for a little bit. And I want to create videos for you guys. Okay, continuing. The girl cried and fell on the person cried and fell on their knees. Jack's hands still holding them to keep them from escaping. They were a sobbing mess. "No, please. I don't want this," they hiccuped. "Please, I don't want to. I'm sorry." They couldn't find the words to say. They were drowning in fear. They hated the thought of LJ punishing them. They didn't want to. All they wanted was a peaceful and normal life. Jack stared at them with a blank face. Their figure was on the ground, only his arm supporting them from falling. She was now crying and letting themselves go. They didn't even try to escape. They felt weak. Look at me. The person's eyes widened, but they kept their gaze on the ground, shaking. "Oh God, what was he gonna do to me? Does he plan a painful death for her? for them, just like the rest of their friends, or perhaps something worse than death? Look at me. They bit their lips and held more sobs and cries. I said, look at me. LJ yelled at them, at their small form, just like how a abusive person would yell to a small, helpless puppy. They jumped in fear and let those cries escape from her lips. She couldn't take it anymore. She wanted to die now. Please, kill me. Please. Jack's cold heart broke at her words, and he cries. He didn't want this. He just wanted to live happily with the one he adores. He didn't want them to be scared of him. His gaze softened, and he kept to her level. He placed his fingers under their chin gently, and took Lion by surprise and tried to pull away. Shh, 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 shh. Look at me, sweetheart. He gently lifted her face to him. God, they were so gorgeous, such a beauty. Their messy hair falling on their face, those beautiful eyes with those crystal tears running down their cheeks, and those tasty pink lips. They were perfect. But he didn't want them to look at her he didn't want them to look like that. What will you do to me? They whispered weakly, their eyes not leaving his. He just stared at them, and gently pushed their hair away from their face. Nothing. What? Nothing. I won't do anything to you. You're too innocent. You shouldn't be treated like that. You're as beautiful as a butterfly's wing, yet so delicate and easy to be broken. Ryan could barely understand what Jack was saying. Then he pulled them to a warm, big embrace. Their small body was now wrapped in his arms and body. It's been so long. It's normal for you not to feel ready. It's all right. I'll wait as long as it takes for you to open up to me again. He smiled to himself and petted her small hairy head. Ryan, on the other hand, as much as they were afraid, his gentle words and warm hug made them feel the need to not try to run away. They kind of liked it. It was comforting, and they felt safe. I won't let anyone hurt you, not even those monsters. They closed their eyes, feeling every single moment that passed. They liked it. They liked being with him. They could deny it. It felt like they were hypnotized. Without her noticing, they already felt asleep in his arms. It didn't take Jack a lot of time to notice that. He smiled. Yes, this is what he wanted. Only her to feel safe with him, and only with him. He kissed their heads softly and picked them up bridal style, with slow and careful movements. He didn't want them to wake up. He started walking to what he felt like was flying. He placed them down on the soft bed and admired their sleeping beauty. He played and brushed their locks with his huge, slender fingers. It was the first time in a long time that he felt peaceful. However, he wanted more of them. He wanted them. He wanted to hold them more. He wanted to kiss those warm and pink lips. He wanted to do so many things with them. He wanted to hear them scream his name and beg for him, to tell him that they love him. But he couldn't. Sorry guys, continuing. But he couldn't. No, he wasn't gonna force himself on them. They were too innocent, too scared. He wanted to make them feel warm. He wanted them to warm up to him. And later, who knows? Maybe they could have their happy ending. He sat there, smiling and fantasizing the future of him and them. Oh yes, that would be beautiful. Maybe he would even have a chance to see them in a wedding dress or suit. That would make them even beautiful than they already are. He started giggling to himself. He wanted to laugh and hold them and tell them all of his ideas. But for now, he couldn't think about the future. He had to focus on getting them to trust him and love him again. But he knows that deep inside, they still love him, but they haven't realized it yet. He was soon pushed out of his thoughts when he noticed them twitch and whimper in their sleep. They were cute, but he knew that something was wrong. Wyan? Hey, wake up! He shook them a bit, which caused them to tremble and whimper more. Before he could react, they opened their eyes, screamed and started crying. Jack got worried and pulled them close to his chest, where they cried loudly. Shh. It's alright, love. You're safe. It was just a nightmare. He felt them hug him and bury their face in his chest, which caused them to blush a bit. They stayed like that for a while until Wyan calmed down. Jack? His heart melted and started beating 4 times faster at the normal sound of them calling his name. He pushed some of their shiny your brown locks behind their ear to reveal their shiny crystal brown eyes that fit perfectly with their skin color. Yes, baby doll? Will you keep me safe? With these words, he felt 10 times more stronger than he already was. He felt a sudden determination rise in his chest. He hugged them tight and gave a happy laugh. Yes, I promise. I'll protect you no matter what in this world. He felt everything go in slow motion when his lips met with small, warm, tasty ones. It didn't take long for him to notice that they were kissing him. It was one of those moments that he dreamed every day, and finally it was happening. He smiled widely and kissed her back lovingly yet gently, and slowly pinned her on the bed with him on top of them. After a few moments, they pulled away. He stared up in her eyes, and they stared at his, with a shy and innocent look on their face. He loved it. He loved her. He gave them a quick kiss on the nose. I love you so damn much. Never forget that you belong to me, baby doll. Boom! Tee-hee. My damn goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I am still going to be putting a warning for the part where it was kind of mentioning about that. So, I'm still going to put a warning for you guys. Of course, it's already probably there. But yeah, it did not happen. I promise. No full RAPE happened. Thank goodness. But yeah, it ended with a cute ending, and He didn't go nuts. Fully. Thank goodness. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did check if there were more parts there or not. I literally like looked through the list. I was like, go one at a time, making sure that there was none, but there is none. I swear to gosh, if I find another part of this, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause I took the time to look like for 10 minutes before starting this video. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, I hope you guys still enjoyed the story. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Neiman's videos. But now, before this video even ends, because it's not, time to show you guys what my online room or my little mini office looks like now. Hello everyone, your reader here. So we're currently at the room right now. It's a little bit echoey, but this is what the back looks like basically. Basic thing here. I'm gonna go quickly show you the front. So let's get into that. Okay, so this is what it looks like basically. So my mom put the printer right here, and then we put the papers and whatever we needed. I don't know where she put it, but she put it somewhere in this area. And there's my bag. There's my stuff. There's a picture of me and Ben. I look so ugly in that one. Oof. My computer, book of Oklahoma history, my tablet, some things in here. This does light up. Here's little bulbs. Yeah, these do light up. I'm going to go ahead and quickly show you. Also, this is a Bluetooth thing that I can connect my phone to, charging and play radio. Ooh, and also here's a mirror. Here's what it looks like with it on. There's also another Bluetooth thing right here. Yes, another Bluetooth light thing. But yeah, I'm gonna have a pretty office. I already have a trash can right here. There is all my paper. All types of printer paper. But yeah, basically this is what the room looks like. It's pretty dang basic. But this is not my room. My room is a totally different room. Since this room hasn't been used in a while, why not use it for this? Since I'm going to be doing this for 2 weeks, also might as well be comfortable. And I also do need space to be playing the flute at, and all my instruments, of course. All my notes and stuff. This is warm up. There's a couple more. Oh, be careful, flute, Jesus. And more music and more. I even have more in here, but that's all Christmas music. Teehee. But yeah, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my little, scavenger thing over here. Also, side note, since this room doesn't really have like a built fan, I just put this one so I won't die in here. Oh, Lord, jeez. But yeah, pretty much, that's the basics of it. Hope you guys like the room. And yeah, teehee. You have no idea how many beds we had to remove, because this room had about like 2 beds, one like normal bed, and then a ginormous mattress, not really a bed. And we had to take out that ginormous mattress and the bed. It took a couple hours because both of them were really big and heavy. And we also take a couple more things. We decided to leave these things here. These these are like super duper old, but they work really, really well, and they're super duper loud, so we can't really use them because they're that loud. But yeah, that's basically the simple tutorial of my thing. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. I'll give you updates on how my freaking online school trip goes, and maybe some tips, maybe if I make some good things, whatever. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Bye. Whoop.